sheet too.
And yes, we are live. Welcome back to Wobbly Player Syndrome, episode 4. It's a 40k podcast by the RLG boys. Today we're going to finally tackle the Primaris love-hate relationship. Sorry, it's called, what is it? I love you, I hate you. Today, here, I'm Greg. How you going? I'm the one on the camera. Sorry about that. We have one of the marks with us tonight.
Hey.
We don't know. The other one's gone bush somewhere. He's actually on a bus with some small children. It sounds a bit disturbing, so we'll move on. So we brought in two other people in today. We have perfect for the Primaris chat, in fact, because they are Primaris players. So Michael, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, and Steve, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent. Well, that was good. Now, thanks for joining us all, and we'll see you next week. No, that's not right. So we're going to talk some crap about 40k again, as we normally do. We do, as you might have just heard a moment ago from Mark, we do have a run sheet. Perfect timing, Mark. Well done. And we are streaming, as you can tell, on Twitch once again. If you are watching, big wave out to you. G'day, Mournful. I can see you there. Yeah, there was several of us on the cast. No, don't give their secrets away. What are you doing? And so make sure, if you're not looking at us here on Twitch, or if you're not listening to our podcast, make sure you catch up on us on our Facebook page, /RLG40k. And guys, what's going on? Wow.
So new releases.
Yeah, new releases.
New Titans.
Mark, how is it going?
Oh.
Yeah. I've got the run sheet.
Let's go for it. Just a normal chat.
So there's new releases. There's new knights, text for the knights. That's no of at the moment lately.
They had Harlequins as
hearing...
well since we've been on. Harlequins and the Knights. And
yeah, but I don't like Eldar.
Zeros.
Been hearing about orcs and that on the horizon as well, which sounds quite good.
Hanging out for that. But we do have a Knights player. What do we think of the new codex, Michael?
It's really good, as you can probably attest.
Yes, I was lucky enough to be the one to face his Knights the first time after the codex. We'll get more into that later on, but while I can console myself.
I'm looking forward to that Knight Preceptor when it comes out. It's good to kind of have one that's designed to be a bit of a leader.
This is the
You were saying
the character is they've actually released a new that is the knight that character is in, so you don't have to take that character. You can take his knight that's not a character.
Yeah. Because you need more knights.
Because I do. I've only got like 4.
How many?
24.
That's more tanks I have for my card. That's crazy. We were mentioning just before we started casting another new release that PC related, the Inquisitor Martyr. And we're just having a discussion. I think there's 2 of us playing that at the moment. Just the 2? Yes, just the 2. Oh, yeah. Great.
Well, I'm on the fence. Sell me on it.
Well, I need to buy a new gaming PC, so I'm not in it at the moment.
He's got to build the fence before he can even sit on it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked it up and played through. I'm only at level 8 so far through it. Gone through some of the story missions, and it was a dungeon crawl. Sort of going, this is a bit easy. There's not much excitement. Then I went to the side quests, and I died. And then I tried it again, and I died. And I tried again, and you wouldn't believe it, but I died. So,
we got to a group.
Then we got to a group. We'll get this now. And what did we do, Michael?
Yeah, it rhymes with gaping. We got just demolished, taken to pieces and thrown about the house. It was just awful.
Well, in the 41st millennium, there is only war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we encountered it.
They didn't mention the inappropriate touching, though.
Yeah.
It's just implied, right?
Look, I am starting to enjoy it more and more as I get into it. At the start, I was a bit, this is it. Didn't feel like a $60 game. But the multiplayer is definitely turning around. I actually was streaming the other night the first time I was playing, and somebody was watching. Yeah, it happens. People watch. Welcome. And we ended up jumping on Inquisitor and playing together. So that was actually pretty cool. So that was the guy who joined us the other night, Michael.
Yeah, he rescued us from getting demolished because he had a high character.
He did. So I just got someone saying the sound quality's mucking up. Yeah, I think my net connection is playing up, and I'm not excited about it in any shape or form. So we'll see. We'll keep going, and if it gets so bad, well, bugger. Hi, Mournful. I just saw his hi, guys. Yeah. I've got noises going off everywhere around me. So, would you recommend the game, Michael?
I'm on the fence about the recommendation. I think I need to get a bit further into it. I'm enjoying it, but I'm only like a level 11, and I'm concerned about whether there's going to be enough to keep me playing it when I get to top level.
That's fair enough. So there's one I am hanging out for on PC, and that is Gladius. Everyone knows that one. You'll enjoy this,
What's
Mark.
that?
This is Civilization meets 40k.
I have heard this touted to me in many, many, many times. So I am sort of a bit of the cautiously optimistic for that kind of thing, because I've had it pitched to me in mods for Civ. I've had it pitched in all kinds of things. So.
Well, this is specifically built for it, so I'm hoping. It's got the guard in there. Sorry, Astra Militarum. It's got was it Orcs, Necrons, Astra Militarum, and Marines to start with. And yes, there'll be expansions. There you go. So, new releases, Knights. They hurt. This is me making a segue into our next topic. It's pretty poor, but there you go. So we had some battles going on this month. We all managed to fit a game in at least since the last podcast.
Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. Oh, you and Rob, your rivalry. It's,
look, game three for us.
Yeah.
He still doesn't have a 2,000 points for his AdMax, so we had a nice, weird 1277. Because that's what he's got.
1278 is too much. Come on.
Yeah, so a weird number, and with the new rules kind of for the single faction detachments, basically putting my Castellan robots in with my Desert Lions wouldn't really work out very well because they just cost too much. So given our topic tonight, I decided to put the Primaris away for a bit and play some normal Space Marines.
Yeah. And how did that go?
It went okay. I found the Attack Marines just died really quickly though. But my Devastator squad survived quite a bit. Derry to bring a few of them back, and did bring a few of them back. But I also brought in some vehicles that I haven't been playing. My Razorback, Man Speeder, and the Storm Talon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the start. I didn't see many miniatures left on the table towards the end, though.
No, all my vehicles. I did have my Devastator pretty much at full strength, and I also had my Apothecary, my Librarian, and my Warlord still.
There you go. Plenty. We're definitely
Yeah.
having some connection issues, so I'm hoping this works and keeps going strong for a while, but I hope getting some alarms. So, good old NBN, very reliable, haven't you heard? Those damn gamers taking all the bandwidth up.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So what was the result in the end?
It was 7 Rob's way.
So, sorry, 7-6, was it?
Yeah, 7
1 point.
VP to 6 VP Rob's way. Yeah, 1 point. But he got his revenge back from the relic game we played, where I had my lieutenant holding on to the relic with 1 hit point at the end.
Yeah.
Because his warlord had 1 hit point for a few rounds there, and if I'd killed his warlord, I would have gotten Slay the Warlord, but I didn't manage to do that. And I also had Kingslayer sitting in my tactical objectives if I did it. But, yeah, I tried everything on the last round, and I even charged his warlord with my Razorback.
Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
No.
Yeah. Did I lose it?
Okay, so how about the game we were all wondering about? You and Michael's Titans.
What about it? There was no event there.
Seems like a really good game to me.
Yes, the original lineup I was meant to do a rematch versus Liam and his Vostroyan, and Anthony was meant to take on the Knights with his Grey Knights. And I get a call, about 9:30 from Anthony, who's not on tonight because he's too sick, saying, "Can you go and play instead?" So I basically kit-bashed an army, ran down, right, let's have a look. Oh, crap, 7 Knights.
It was like I had a whole bunch of little knights.
Yeah, well, that makes it different. For me...
I know that popped like a zit.
I don't think that makes a difference with the point before about the Helverins.
Well, I had a Warglaive as well, because I only had 2 Helverins. There's a third one in the mail.
But I would have thought with all your rapid-firing battle cannons and stuff that you would have at least taken down a couple of them.
When his battle cannons were hot, they were hot. Like I pointed out to him that he could easily kill a knight a turn if he was lucky with the battle cannon.
Yeah.
But he wasn't lucky.
No, the dice were definitely against me at the start of the game, and excuse me, it wasn't pleasant. And Knights, they move quick.
They are fast little buggers, aren't they?
Yeah, started 24 inches apart, and he was pretty much in my face by turn 2. Or he was in my face at turn 1 after moving 10 inches and just going, "Hi, I've got a really big gun." 12, sorry. Yeah, it's. I knew they were going to hurt. I knew I had to try and focus fire, which I did do so well. But I lost my Warlord in turn 1, thanks to some dodgy mofo thing that Knights do.
The Oathbreaker guidance system. That strategy is bullshit.
So what? It allows you to just target a character and shoot it with like a volcano cannon or something?
No, it costs you 2 CP, and if you have shield breaker missiles, then you're allowed to target with 1 shield breaker missile anything. You can ignore the character rules, and so you can target a character.
Even if it's not the closest enemy,
Yeah.
Even if it's like not in line of sight.
No line of sight.
Yeah, it says
Character.
a unit that is not visible to its bearer.
Yeah, so if they're within range of the missile, they can be hit. And that missile hits like a son of a bitch. Like, it's strength 10, it's got a decent AP, and it completely ignores invulnerable
That's right,
saves.
ignores invulnerable save. So, at least I have my invuln save. No.
Oh.
And does D6 damage.
Yeah.
So I popped his Warlord turn 1.
Yeah, it's at the end of the turn 1, it was, first blood, slay the Warlord. And then I get to have a turn.
That's rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Yeah.
I just missed killing your HQ tank as well in the same turn.
Yeah, he lasted 2 turns. Yeah, it's pretty painful. I got to say, their guns, and I understand they've got 7 units, so they need to have have to have the firepower, but holy mother of God, that is some firepower.
I mean, I will say, it cost me 3 CP because I had to re-roll the wounds to get enough to kill the guy. And I only had 8. No, sorry, I had 6 CP in total.
Yeah.
So I spent literally half my CP on one shot.
I started with 17 CP. It didn't help me.
Yeah, I didn't feel so bad at that point.
But turn 1 slay the warlord. I mean, that's worth it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Would have been more worth it if we had remembered that I killed him as the game progressed.
Oh yeah, we did kind of forget that the hang on, he should be re-rolling his warlord trait because the warlord's dead. See that puddle?
Yeah.
So I did stuff up there. Normally I have the warlord on the tank, and that's not an excuse because the tank was killed too. So it was really poorly done by me. In the end, the result wasn't swayed by it, fortunately. But
I can't complain, man. My brain was barely working. The number of times I would forget which step I was up to.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed the game. I was a bit flat, definitely after turn 1 and turn 2. Not so much you were just smashing me. It was the fact I couldn't touch you. I'm going fire everything at him and rolling once. I'm going, it's going to be one of those days.
It was because the first 2 that I threw at you had the heaviest saves.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so-
The 2+ and 3+ and invulnerables. It was,
I've got the frickin' and I spent my remaining CP in that first turn so that my other guy at the front had a 4+ on his invul.
Yeah. So, look, enjoyed the game. The victory points, whatever they're called, victory points, was a lot closer than expected. You got those cards. I was at turn 3. It's went, I finally caught up with him. Victory points. Yeah, here we go. And then you just got those cards. Went, kill stuff, and you get all the points.
It was priority, and I got the priority card that was 1 VP per vehicle you kill. And the big Castellan at the back just went, okay, I will kill that, and that, and that, and that.
Yeah, 5 tanks in one turn. Killed 5 tanks in one turn.
Ouch, that stings.
Yep.
Especially Lehman Russes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they were all wounded.
It didn't help that pretty much every time the Lehman Russ died, it blew up as well and took out even more of my troops.
Which was just revenge for last game where you were doing that with your tanks to me.
It's true. No, that's true. It was enjoyable. I know I need some improve my Catachan Basilisks. And what's the other one? Not the Hydra, the other one. The
Wyvern.
No, that's going to be used. That's the Strength 4. The
Manticore?
Yeah, the Manticore. Is that the one? Yeah.
Manticore is the big missiles of Doom.
Yeah, that one. The Strength 10. Yeah.
Not the big missiles. The middle
No,
missiles.
not the Death one. The one in the middle. We get 4 shots as opposed to 1. But a couple of those get out of line of sight because you do not want to be in front of those guns. You just don't. But that was good. If I could shoot properly, it would have been interesting. But I had to stop at the end of turn 4 because I think I had 5 models on the table left. All of them characters. And,
You had 3 Imperial Guard.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, to get me that 1 victory point to get it at a 12 to 10 as opposed to a 12 to. Oh, I wish I didn't get out of bed. Yeah. But I also had another game earlier that was against Liam, and that was my Catachan versus his Vostroyan. It was exciting, 2,000 points, we got over it, we set up the table, got our forces out, and went, holy crap, that's a lot of people. Our forces looked pretty much identical, actually. It was kind of interesting, and we just ran out of time. Took so long to move stuff, and it got very late. So we've just called it a draw, and then that was the rematch was meant to have. But Catachan versus Vostroyan, very exciting. That Vostroyan one, the rapid fire, was it? Instead of 12 inches, it's 18 inches. I think that was what it was. No, they added 6 inches to their range, so they automatically increased their rapid fire. So their bolters are 30-inch bolters instead. Okay, hey, that's unfriendly. Unfriendly, it tells you.
unfriendly. House Hawk Shroud's one of those. We get to double the remaining wounds to figure out what else that's lol.
Oh, look, I gotta say, I took down one of the little knights and two of the big ones, and got another one down to one.
That's not too bad.
I'm taking that as a moral victory. I had a lot of moral victories when my tank blew up and I wounded him. That's a moral victory for me.
When my knight charged that psyker,
Yep.
and the psyker then bitch slapped him for like 6 wounds.
The 4 staff just went, all right, sure, why not? 3 dice. Oh, look, they hit. Oh, I'll just, well, is that wound? No, probably not. Hey, I got a +2 strength. That's actually wounded. And then you failed the save. And then the psyker ran away.
I was like,
very quickly.
It's 1 wound. No, it's D3.
D3 wounds, yeah. And then he ran. I would have killed it too if I had caused 3. Oh well. Yeah, so that was the battles that I've played, and I know that a few others got games in. They're just not on at the moment. But it did shake up the ladder with the games, which is interesting. So the ladder of command, that's the one that you just have to beat the person above you to move up. So Michael beating me has pushed him up to position number 1.
On the bottom.
How does it make you feel? 1 game in with your knights, top of the ladder.
It sounds like knights.
Which pushed me down to number 2. The ongoing battle between Rob and Steve has put Rob at 3, Steve at 4, Kato at 5. Tara did get an... Oh.
How am I still at number 5?
No, you're actually not. I've just realised there is a mistake there because Anthony did win a game which would put him up above you to 5 and you would be 6. He won against Nathan the other day with his Tyranids. Just haven't marked it properly down on the win-loss. That's pretty rude of me.
But no one knows how than Greg anyway, so it's just whatever he says.
Oh yeah, no, it's on the website. It's on the internet. It must be real. Ignore the crayon, but it's real.
Crayons are real.
Crayons are real. That's right. So that's the force leader, and going. So top 10. The bottom half didn't change that much. The top 5 was the big one. The big changes with Michael jumping up and Rob and Steve literally switched places again. Force ladder. Reza, Forgewell Reza is still on top with the 4 wins. Pallid Hands there second, Desert Lions in third, Catachan 4th, Ultramarines in 5th. Yeah, interesting to see how we talk about Primaris, but there's only 2 in the top 5 that involve Marines. Generals, win-loss. I am on top still. Rob is in second. Steve is in third. So those 2, just can't separate those 2. Kato in 4th. Delta in 5th. That's the top 5 there. Oh, wow. David and Michael are both on the same points. So you guys can knock each other out to figure out who wants to be that top 5 spot. I'll let you. And that's the ladder board. The ladder board? The leaderboard.
So what about hobby progress?
Oh, you missed it. How? Yeah, meant to do hobby progress before battle reports. Who's running sheet this is?
I tried, but you just went straight on to battle reports.
Yeah, okay. Well,
and since I brought it up, I'll go first, and I have made no progress.
Yeah!
How about you guys?
Well, I'm keen to hear from Michael and Steve because it's their first time on the cast, so they get to explain if they're lazy or not.
Well, lazy, not lazy, but lazy with models for 40k. I haven't put actual models together for 40k, but I did pick up the Start Collecting box for AdMech to fill out a standalone AdMech army.
Oh.
Just because the new army probably be AdMech because we've got all the robots and I want to keep playing. That brings me up enough that if I grab the Dragoons basically the chicken walkers with lancers, then I will have enough to make a battalion. But they're not together yet. They're still on sprues. But I have focused on a bit of terrain at the moment. I've put together 4 Basilica Administratums, which I think they're no longer making now. So they'll look good on my tables when they no longer continue them. And I've also put together some AOS terrain. I haven't bought any AOS models yet, but I put together some AOS terrain. The Azurite Ruins and also 2 of the Citadel Woods. That's 40k. Between that, I've been putting together Star Wars Legion, Batman, D&D miniatures for my Tomb of Annihilation campaign. So I've been doing a lot, just not 40k armies.
Yeah. So not lazy, just distracted.
I wouldn't say I'm so much lazy as much directionless.
That makes sense.
I mean, I can't count as lazy. I've built like $700+ worth of knights this week.
Yes, it's true. You didn't have to.
That's more than I've done.
Yeah, like I built a bunch of knights. My house reeks of spray paint because I was undercoating all my new ones tonight. Spent a bunch of time building one of the resin Malkador tanks for Horus Heresy games, and sliced my thumb all to hell on that. So I've kind of taken a break from it so it doesn't get covered in blood.
Well, it counts as battle damage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It counts towards the 3 colours, right?
Yeah. Oh, I've just seen Mournful Rockets just giving his hobby progress as well, so that's cool.
Blood for the blood god.
Yeah. Yes, and oh my god. Should have cut deeper, then he wouldn't be able to play on the weekend. Yeah. Anyway.
But I mean, it's totally unthematic. Like, I'm playing, Horus Heresy Dark Angels. We're not heretics, lol.
Wow.
Well,
I don't know about that.
That's what they say anyway.
We're like the best Legion. First Legion, best Legion.
First Chaos Legion is good, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the oldest child says, isn't it? I was born first, I'm the best.
That's it. And there
We are the biggest, blackest Legion.
Mournful's got a new lights for his painting table and models are back on his desk. That is awesome. He's getting back into it, which is great. More Tau. Oh, hang on, that's more Tau. Oh, that's still great.
I wish I could get these models off my desk.
Yeah, my desk is covered. I guess that leads into what I'm doing. My list that we started at the first cast, it has not really shrunk because I've bought more stuff. So I did manage to finish painting, rebasing my heavy weapons for the guard. You'll probably see them float through in the background at the moment on the cast.
Yeah, they look nice.
Thank you very much.
They did indeed.
Yeah, it's sort of looking and going, I should probably repaint those models too to bring up the quality. You've got too much to paint! And I'm working on Sergeant Harker at the moment. I didn't realise he gives a reroll ones with the people within 6 inches of him. So he'll be hanging out with my heavy weapons team because, for God's sake, the las cannons needed it.
Oh man, your las cannons could not shoot
Oh
straight.
my God. It's
To be
just
honest, 3+ to hit is overrated.
4+.
Oh, what? They're 5+ normally.
No, it's reroll ones, not a plus one. Yeah,
reroll
reroll
ones,
ones.
okay.
So 4+. And I did pick up. Sorry.
Was that on one of those model holders that you just showed there, Greg?
Yes.
How do you find those?
Oh, I love them. Oh, I got to say, yeah, I do. I'll see if I can get this light going over here. My face. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I never thought I would. I thought, yeah, whatever. But it just makes it so much easier to hold, and it doesn't fall out, and it fits pretty big up, good sizes. I can fit the 32 mils and the 40 mils on there. No, it's great, especially trying to get that under part and stuff. Love it. It's fantastic. Oh, I'll get that light off. And I did manage to get a Sly Marbo. So I'm very excited because he's going to, if you're upset about a few of the Catachan stuff, you're going to hate him. He's got some great rules.
Being a flat is kind of Sly Marborough's whole thing.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, being a twat is Marlboro's thing.
I know. It's going to be great. I love it. Yeah, so I have started painting the Terminator Captain. I did misbehave and I went out and got a Nighthawk Tormented Spirits box as well in preparation of Age Sigma 2. So, yeah, as I said, I haven't decreased my list. I have worked on stuff, but I just keep putting more on. Who's a moron? So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I have not finished the Sidetracked. You want to talk about Sidetracked? I have not finished the damn Plague Crawler. You know when you paint one of those miniatures, anyone who's got a flyer knows this one. And you get so frustrated with it, you just want to throw it against the wall. This Plague Crawler is doing this to me because all the little bits. Yeah, go on.
I've got the new Nagash, the new plastic one, and I brought it when it came out. And it has been about 75% painted, sitting behind me just there, looking over my shoulder. And it's so detailed, and there's so much of it, I just can't be stuffed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's, yeah, just the little gears and stuff that I just went, if I ever got another one, which I've got to finish this one first, you definitely get the undercoat before putting on a few pieces. But live and learn. Live and learn. Mournful, his previous expensive light died, so I had to get some new lights before I could do anything. Yep. Mine are 2 desk lamps. That's what I use. And it works for me. And glasses. You can see I've got new glasses, so I actually look... Well, I won't say intelligent. I can see stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, that helps.
Yeah. Just painting. Those are great. Look at that highlighting. Oh, that's my freaking hand. Yeah.
So realistic.
Yeah, I know. Look at it. It moves. I didn't even put a magnet in there. That's amazing.
Oh, what flesh paint is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Why is it bleeding? Oh, sorry. I know, if you see watching the background, you'll see a couple of people have finished a few things. I know Tara's finished up another Corvus Black Star. I got that right? Yep. And he's now working on a Smash Guineas, he calls it, the Blood Angels Death Company Captain. So I can see some progress from him. I don't know about the other Mark, what he's doing. Apart from, I won't go there. That's inappropriate. And I think, look, Mr. Dill tonight is just... Oh, wow. He's just forwarded his picture of his new workstation. Looks pretty nicely set up. Looks good, mate. Looks good. Yeah, good lights. Yeah. Not enough miniatures on the table and not enough paint on the table. Yeah. Or empty beer cans. Or is that just
that's
me?
way
Yeah.
too clean.
That's too... we'll fix that. Alright, so hobby progress. Before we move on to our topic of the night, we will have a small pause for you people who are watching us on Twitch, because this is where we insert an ad break for the actual podcast to say thank you to our sponsors, or help the sponsors. They've helped us with a lot of stuff with music and like what you're hearing. So do we.
You scream out in the night.
Who is this, you say?
You speak so silently.
Storyboard concept.
Oh.
Want to hear more?
Anytime that you want.
Go to storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com. Need your board game fix? What about a new family game to entertain the kids? Head over to Rollers Board Games at rollersboardgames.com or look them up on Facebook. Board games, card games, party games, you name it, we've got it. And if we don't, we'll do our best to get it. Rollers Board Games. And wasn't that exciting? Thank you very much, Storyboard Concept, for the music. His EP is out now, so do get yourself over to his site and I have his site on the tip of my tongue. Absolutely, it is storybirdconcept.bandcamp.com. His EP was released a couple of days ago, so get into it, listen to it. I've known that bloke for quite some time, so quite excited. He's got his, an EP out. I remember buying his first album 12 years ago. It was good actually. So yeah, and thank you to Roller Board Games for the imagery you see that that drunken space marine. Obviously not a Primaris because and I know he's got some more stuff coming for us as well. Gentlemen, loosely termed, Primaris, love or hate. This is our topic. And this is it. Hate him. So it is Primaris, I love you, I hate you. Why? Why do you hate him, Kato? Mark?
I love the models, but I can't get past the cynical, make us old Marines players go buy a new army, basically.
Okay, so yep. So it's more, I don't want to buy more stuff.
I don't want to go throw out my whole army to buy new Primaris. That's basically, yeah, the bulk of my beef. I also don't think the fluff was done very well for it, but
hey, we've been working on this for 10,000 years. Done.
Yeah, but like that's from a lore perspective, that is completely tonally consistent with the way the Imperium works.
Ah, yeah.
There is nothing new. There is just old stuff that we remembered we had the whole time.
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, if they were ready, I mean, why not use them earlier?
Well, I think you should ask your Primarch that, Mark. He's the one that made the call.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Which he's actually the Desert Lions Primach as well. So.
I mean, to be fair, he did get poisoned and he didn't really leave any instructions for anybody about what secret black projects he had in the background. But you would think someone would have gone, hey guys, the universe is falling apart. I've got all these legions of guys. What do I do with them?
Well, I mean, Cole was a tech priest. They're not renowned for their ability to, like, think on their feet. He was probably like, oh, it's cool. I've got more time to work on it.
No, he's like, oh yeah, I finished in 9,999 years ago. I didn't know you needed them.
I filed the report that we were done in, with the administratum, but it got lost with all the other bloody random shit.
I think it's just I lost the keys.
It's classic engineer. It's like, oh, I finished it. I finished that like the first year that they gave it to me, and then I spent the next 999 years just fucking with it, making it incrementally better.
Yeah, just slightly polishing that Mark 8 armor or whatever to an even greater shine.
Yeah. Constant incremental improvements.
But yeah, I don't like it. The other problem that I have, I guess, is they've really sort of left the regular Marines out in the cold. I really felt they could have done something a bit more interesting. It just seems that everybody's just like, hey, these new guys are here, let's just accept them and whatnot. They wrote this whole thing about how some how some chapters weren't as accepting of them, but you don't see that evidenced anywhere.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's lots of fluff that you never see evidenced anywhere. Like the fluff that says that a single Space Marine can conquer a world on his own.
Mm.
It's a pretty small world. Must have been Pluto. That's not a world. So, yeah, no, you're right. They leave them out in the cold because these Primaris get this nice new armor. Well, still at 3+, but they're guns. Why can't a normal Marine have a 30-inch bolter?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I play a lot of 30k, so I think some of the things that I like about the Primaris relate to that. So they have a similar feel to Marines in the 30k game, in that your tacticals, their big deal is that they have a weight of firepower and there's a lot of them, but they can't get in transports because their squads are too big, etc., etc. so they have a similar kind of vibe to Primaris.
Hmm.
So to me, it just feels right. Like they also can't have special weapons or heavy weapons in 30k, and I kind of see it like that. And you still use other units to get access to special weapons and heavy weapons and stuff in 30k. But I will admit, I haven't actually used my old Marines in the new edition, so I can't do a direct comparison. I know that's why you were saying you ran this month without them to see what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the one wound versus it is a pretty big difference. The other thing is that Mark and I played power level recently and discovered that the TAC Marine squad and the Intercessor squad were exactly the same power level, which
Indeed.
is not balanced at all.
Yeah, I totally agree. That power level is just stupid.
I think
Yeah,
I think power level can work in the smaller games, but that was where my dislike of the Primaris came from, is because the same power level but has 2 wounds with guns that reach further.
and have armor piercing.
Yeah, and that's what I was just going. That can't be right.
And even points though, you're looking at it's more than half points for a tactical squad for the equal amount of Primaris. And I mean, you've got the double wounds, you've got the longer range guns, the -1 AP if you're just using the standard auto bite rifle.
Yep.
But yeah, I bought the Dark Imperial sets, the 8th when it started, so I got all Primaris. We pick up old TAC Marines, and so I played mostly Primaris, and I like the idea that it takes more than one hit, one wound to get them down. But the Hellblasters, a 10-man squad of Hellblasters, when you've got them in a bubble with re-rolling ones from a captain, re-rolling wounds for the lieutenant, and you've got the Chapter Ancient to shoot if you die, and an Apothecary to bring them back up, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points, but it's a ridiculous combination.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that. Thanks, Steve. Appreciated that.
Well, like, my biggest problem with the Primaris, because I've mostly been playing you guys with the pure Primaris, despite having 2, and they're so slow. Like, I have trouble crossing the table. Greg, last time we played, you brutalized me as I was crossing the table.
Yeah, the meat grinder mission.
Yeah, I physically couldn't win because I physically couldn't get there. The only ones in the repulsors, and repulsors are super expensive.
And they've got
The other problem is that, like with the transport mechanics and stuff as well changing, that's made it quite a lot more difficult for the tactical Marines because, in 7th, you could move your transport, then disembark, and you could shoot out of the top of a rhino. So your standard tactical Marine squad is slow, its guns are really weak, and really the only sort of benefit over, say, an intercessor squad is being able to take a heavier.
But you can take it now with the Codex. You can take the auxiliary grenade, one of them in 5, and you take 2 in a 10-man squad, which you can then split with combat squad at the start of the game anyway, and that's a 30.
Sorry, did it drop out there?
So with the intercessor squad, ignoring the other one, because in regards to heavy weapons though, so you've got your frag and crack grenades that you can use. Intercessor can take an auxiliary grenade in a group, and that's got a 30-inch range. So I think that removes the bonus that you may have seen before with the tactical squad being able to take heavy weapons. Yeah, you've got more choice, but the 30-inch range on a crack grenade.
Yeah, but crack grenades are terrible.
No,
strength 6. I mean, they're really not as good as people make them out to be.
-1 save. Like, I never get crack grenades doing any damage because everyone saves them.
I hit you with crack grenades and missiles.
Yeah, and I saved nearly every single
Not
crack
all of
grenade,
them.
didn't I?
Not all of them.
Like, if it was the same as a crack missile coming in at strength 8 -2, I could get behind it. But strength 6 -1, you're just like, I may as well just shoot the bolter out of it.
It is funny how it
grenade.
drops it down, but a plasma pistol, plasma gun, and plasma cannon are the same strength.
It's just a little doofy. I'm not a fan of the crack grenade in the current edition.
I thought the crack grenade was always one strength lower than the missile.
Yeah, it's just the way the new edition was less effective.
No, but it isn't. Strength 7 versus toughness 8. Strength 6 versus toughness 8 is still going to be 5+ to wound.
Yeah, but with the changes to armor, that AP is just worthless.
I play Catagen. Any AP is grateful.
I could have done with a -1 when I was shooting those bloody heavy weapon teams.
And frankly, as a Marine player, that I was very infant Marine Army. I agree with you. Any AP is good AP, and they've taken that off the bolters, which were always, historically armor piercing. But I'm just not seeing it now.
No, well, they're... Go on.
Yeah, that was definitely one thing that annoyed me, the way they seemed to kind of go through and reduce the AP of everything down a bit. Like, kind of a lot of guns that had a -1 lost it.
See, I don't see that. I see more death in this edition than any other edition I've played. Because anything can wound it. A las gun can wound a knight. And did.
Yeah, so AP is been
AP is 0,
I
and you
think
just
they
have to make
might have
that.
done it too often.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an issue with the AP. I don't have an issue with the crack grenades. I use them all the time because I play guard.
See, I'm used to a bolter hacking apart light infantry, and I just don't see it these days in games that I've played.
Yeah, I mean, classically, the bolt gun save modifier. Back when I started playing in the early 90s, it had a -1 to its save modifier, and now it's gone.
Yeah, you read the books, and the devastation they do in the books, you're sort of going, oh yeah, okay, you just blew that torso
they've even
off.
sort of nerfed stuff. They've even nerfed stuff like Stern Guard and that, which historically had special ammo and stuff like that as well. So you wind up. There's a whole bunch of classic Marines units that have just basically become worthless.
Well, it's funny because I had a Deathwatch Marines on the sprue, and I had a Corvus Blackstar ready to go, and I couldn't wait for the Deathwatch Codex to come out. And when it did come out, and I saw that there was no Cassius anymore, it was just, here's a standard Marines, went, oh, I'm out. This reeks of. You want to play Deathwatch, you go Primaris. No point. And I have issues with the fluff part of Deathwatch because that's meant to be the elite of the elite, and these guys have been around for relatively 2 days.
Relatively 2 days is like 200 years, though. Like, these guys have been around for a long bloody time.
In the cupboard, waiting to be actioned.
Well, the Atomic Crusade went for 100 years. I mean...
Like, the Crusade went like 150 years or something. Like, these guys have been fighting a lot, and a lot of them were experienced before they were put in the fridge.
Yeah.
These guys are not newbies. They are hard veterans who have come through a grinding crusade. Like, the biggest crusade since the Heresy.
Yeah,
they've seen
wiping
shit.
out Cassius and some of those does... it does rub you the wrong way a bit, because,
It did.
I mean...
I said I'm not building a Deathwatch army, and that's how Anthony got his second Corvus Blackstar.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised that they got rid of that. I mean, it has annoyed me historically, but it's something they do. They take out old, unavailable characters, and Cassius was basically a character unit.
Yes, they got rid of the Salamander chaplain too ages ago. I went, oh my god, that model's rocks! How could you get rid of it? Yeah, anyway.
But I mean, alternatively, you get to make your own characterful unit instead of rebuilding the one that came in the box.
Yeah.
Forge that narrative.
Oh, wrong podcast. I don't know. I love the look of the Reavers. Got to say, love them. And I think the which one's the Intercessors? Is that the one with the jump packs? No,
The Inceptors.
they look ridiculous. I'm sorry, those jump packs
and
look terrible.
All of them look great.
And then the walking dreadnought. That's actually a person. What are they? The
Aggressors.
The aggressors. I was like, oh my god! It's just... And then you look at the repulsor. Let's put every gun on everywhere. Okay, holy crap!
The repulsor is a bit of a ridiculous piece of gear. But I mean, the aggressors look a lot better than the Centurions. The aggressors look like I think this probably should look like.
Yeah, true. I think I'm a bit jaded too about just powered armor forces in general. So I'm going. I look at my salamanders and go, yeah, I'll play them, but I don't think I'll ever expand on them. I've got
jaded with power armor. What's jaded with power armor?
Because our group have a lot of powered armor forces. We've got a lot of Space Marines, and even my Death Guard.
Well, see, the plus side to that, I guess, is that I mean, I have no desire to go Primaris. So what that does, though, is that it opens me up to going Orcs or Nids or something else interesting that we don't typically see.
True. I'm looking forward to the Orcs book. Can't afford for the Orc book to come out too early, but I'm looking forward to it.
Because if I go Orcs, they're probably just going to be green.
No.
And nothing else.
It's green with a bit of green, with a slight change of green.
I might spray them green, and then I might dip them into some green wash, and then that's my Orcs.
What you need to do, man, is you need to paint them like with a bit of orange and blue, like a Tide pod, and then they can be your green Tide.
Oh no!
I'm not eating them.
Oh no!
Their job is to eat other people.
Well, so Primaris, I heard a lot of negative about it, and that's coming from also Steve, who you play, and Michael, you play.
Thematically though, thematically, I don't know, just doesn't, like Mark, it doesn't fit with me. It just
I really like them because they remind me of the Legion, which there's what they're supposed to do. They have that same kind of vibe, masses of bolt guns they've got a bit more firepower than like the other people, but it's only bolt guns, or pure special weapons. Like it is very Legion, and I really like that being brought into 40k from all the 30k I've been playing.
As I said, I mean, if I was fresh, coming in, I would have no problem with it. But I'm crusty and old, and I've been playing the game since like the mid '90s. So, it's the cranky grandpa pants basically.
But I'm crusty and old, and I have the opposite opinion. So
I just think we should bring back squats, but what do I know?
Bloody, where are my squats at? Where are my squats? Plastic Sisters, where are my squats?
That's all I'm asking. My first models I bought was squats, a heavy weapon. It had a heavy autocannon on his shoulder. It was hilarious.
My fat drunken.
Dwarves in space. Come on, who doesn't want that? We've got Rattlings. Come on. So
you hear that? You hear that noise?
Yeah,
the sound of no one arguing.
I'll take it that way.
100% of the world, 100% of the world agrees with you.
Bring the sisters out first. Yeah, look, marketing-wise, the Primaris makes sense for GW, but if they did everything to make money, why is it taking so long for Plastic Sisters?
Well, I mean, love them or hate them, you can't really argue with how they're doing as a business.
Oh, no.
I know everyone was like, Games Workshop's dying, and then they, what did they do? They posted that they've decided to put aside $5 million up between their employees because they're doing so well.
Yeah.
As a bonus.
No,
so it's clearly working.
Their model at the moment is working very well. Just look, I think Anto put up the 1 year down since 8th edition release and how many books was released in that time. That's amazing what they've done to get the game up and running, and it's fantastic. So the orcs to come. Then they've got sisters. Well, they might come under Imperial agents or something like that, because you've got the Inquisition.
I've been kind of blown away by how well they've done with the rollout of these Codex releases. I know when they said they were going to do it, I was one of the ones who was poo-pooing, I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah.
But they kind of have done it.
Yeah. And I think one of the chats we need to have is, let's have a look at the Harlequin Codex compared to, and all their rules and their stratagems and stuff, and how hardcore mofo they are, and compare it to the ones that came out first, like the Death Guard and the Space Marines. Do they still stand up stratagem-wise and stuff like that, or has there been a large power creep? Don't answer now. That's something we can talk about next time.
What an answer now.
We need some content for later, and we are running out of time for this one. We have a couple of minutes left, and we do need to have our sign off. And Attack Chicken, you've just joined us. I've just realised I've put the camera right in front of the chat, so every time someone says something, I cannot see. So forgive me, Mournful. I've just seen that you have been talking quite a lot. I apologise for that. And he's trying to put his 2 bits about the Primaris, but considering he plays with horses, I don't know how much we can take into that. And so we're going to wrap up. I want to say thank you, guys. Oh, guys, you got some plugs. If you've got your own Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, let me know now so you can plug it. Do you guys have anything like that? Excellent. But you can follow me on Instagram at redbellyblack. I have been posting a few stuff up there. You'll see at the moment Harker is being posted up there, and it's the battle reports as well as the Titans are up on Instagram for your liking there, Michael. Our YouTube channel has been ignored at the moment, so please don't go there, but it is at RLG40K if you do. Facebook /RLG40K. There you can go and you can see the wonders that is us and all our wonderful wisdom that we we pass on to others and make us look really, what's the word? Nobody? Yeah, it makes us look something, doesn't it? Makes us look something. Fantastic.
Wisdom.
Pass on our wisdom. Yeah. Our wisdom has been passed on. Let us most rejoice. I do have a Twitter feed as well. What is it? Redbelly RLG 40K. Well, RLG. You'll find it. I think it's on here somewhere. And obviously the Twitch channel, which we are on at the moment. You can look me up. I'm just trying to remember my own Twitch channel name. How good is that? Oh, who else has got a Twitch channel? Someone else has got a Twitch channel. Red Belly. There you go. Red Belly on Twitch. And I will be twitching more of the painting of Harker, and I'll probably get Sly Marbo will probably be next on the line. So if you want to jump on and bitch and talk about 40k with me while I paint, please join. Guys, anything else? That'll be you where you talk. Yep, great. Michael and Steve, welcome to. Glad you came to your first podcast. How was it? Did we treat you nicely, or was it rough and you needed more lube?
Good. I think I needed more roughness.
Yeah, need a bit more slap and a bit less tickle.
Well, the other Michael's here. He usually provides that.
We've got 150 grit with chili oil on it for you if you really want.
Fantastic. Mark, as always, you were here. Well done.
Indeed.
Thank you to Mournful and Attack for jumping on and having a bit of a chat. Always good to see people interacting, even though I put the camera so I can't see it. So it was an accident, I'm sure. The next time we have a meet is in July. I think third week of July is our next meeting of Battle of the something rather inspirational. Come on, Mark, you should know this.
During July.
During July. That's on
during July.
Yeah,
22nd of July. Yep. So let's see how long Michael holds number one spot.
Spoiler warning, not very long.
We'll get the person lowest on
I've been planning to like screw around taking Ravenwing or something dumb, so I'm probably going to lose my next game.
Do it. All right, thanks guys. We're going to sign off. Good night from me, and it's a good night from.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thanks, folks.